Hi everyone, my name is Jenna and welcome to my channel, Divine Direction. In this video, we are going to be looking at potential energies for May 2021 for the sign of Virgo. Okay, so first of all, I'm kind of seeing like opposites. And I'm kind of feeling that for the month of May, in the month of May, there's like a change in energy for you. So, first thing, you may have been feeling stuck. You may have, whether that's now or in the past, the near, actually probably for a while. I feel that you've been feeling stuck in something. It's like you've been wanting to make things happen, but they're not, because you have opposite cards. Like you have victory in reverse, so that's telling me there's something that you want to achieve, but it's not happening. But then you have other cards that are speaking about victory and moving forward. So I feel that there's a transition, and whether you've been working on this for a while now, but there's a transition from this stuck energy into movement. And I feel that this has to do with you being on your life path. To me, the pathway is all about being on that life path, that guided journey, moving towards your life purpose, moving towards all the things that your soul resonates with, right? So I'm really feeling that for you. And it's like, there's cards that are talking about having creative blocks, but then you have cards like the Artist that are showing me that you are being more creative. So you may have already transitioned through that. And you may right now be working on more creative more creative projects, and I'm really feeling that you're focused on these projects, on this creativity, okay? I'm definitely seeing growth happening. You have the growth card, but it's showing up in other areas as well. And I feel that you either are or you have begun this, but it's like you're shedding all of those layers that were a false facade, okay? So really shedding what no longer serves you, and it's like it's being blown off in the wind, and underneath is just like your true, authentic, glorious self. So I really like that. I see you really shining and embracing who you are. So if you are on your path, on your life path, then that's when this is going to begin, because it's like you are letting out all of the things that have been maybe stuck inside you, your passions, and just finally moving forward. That's what I'm feeling. We're finally moving forward, okay? So you have been feeling a lack of direction, but now being on your path, it's like you're being guided, right? You may not know exactly where you're going on this journey, but I just feel that you are, it's like you know exactly what to do next, right? It doesn't take a long time for you to figure it out. It's like, okay, I might need a minute, but then bam, 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 okay? And still with in speaking about the creativity, those creative juices are starting to flow. It's like you're getting these things at the back of your head saying, hey, this is a good idea. And my angels and guides, they told me to get a notebook. And of course, I didn't listen to them. I was like, I don't really understand why, but I have some notebooks, but I wish I got a bigger one. I wish I listened, because they keep sending me all of these good ideas, and it's like I have them on little note papers everywhere, and it's a little overwhelming. I'm gonna have to compile them, but maybe get yourself a notebook so that you can write down all of these ideas that they're sending you, because that's what I'm feeling. It's like we're transitioning into this newness. There's so much newness coming in. I feel that you have been working on your inner self, and I'm really, really feeling that this inner growth, so it's kind of like as within, so without. So you've been working on yourself and working through maybe some wounds from your childhood or that sort of thing. And now all the work that you've been doing for your inner self is being reflected and starting to be reflected in your physical life, okay? So I'm seeing changes in your finances. I'm also seeing that some of you may be going to school, or you may be graduating from school, because I'm really seeing that you are studying something. And the court card, sometimes I see it as being as graduating, maybe with a degree or a diploma. There's two rolled up pieces of paper in his hand, and I kind of see them as being diplomas or degrees. And you also have official person, so I feel that you're either going to be going to school, some of you, and achieving a diploma or a degree and some sort of official title or status. So whether you become a certified accountant, or maybe you're getting your doctorate, it could be anything, but in whatever field that you're studying, it's like you have to maybe do a national test or a provincial test or what have you to become certified in it. You could be a certified massage therapist or a registered nurse, that sort of thing, and that's what I'm kind of feeling. You may be in school right now and going through this and maybe graduating this year. It's going to be different for all of you, and in some cases you may not be going to school, but you could be seeing it as graduating in some other terms as well, like graduating in your life, but in some areas of your life. And I'm definitely feeling that this change might feel like a graduation for you, in the spiritual realm especially. Like, we should be celebrating the inner growth that we've done, right? You may not celebrate it like you would a birthday or a job promotion or that sort of thing, but it's really important. That's probably the most important graduation ceremony that you could attend. And so really, some of you may be graduating in that form. Okay, so I feel that you're definitely being gifted. It's like you're being gifted something. The universe is gifting you this new change in your physical life because of all the work you've done. But I also feel that with you being on your life path, you're working towards helping others, because that's what I get from this card. Is like you either have an idea of what you want to do in your life and who you want to help, or once you focus on where you want to help in the world, so what causes. Do you want to help animals? Do you want to help bring in clean drinking water? Do you want to help the environment? Once you kind of figure out who you want to help and why, and then set the intention for working towards that, that's when all the pieces are going to start coming together. So what my spiritual team has showed me is that when you're working towards your life purpose, it's going to be a combination of things like your life experiences, your talents, your strengths, your passions, all of that sort of thing, and how you choose to use those to help the greater good in the world, right? So your life purpose is going to be some way, shape, or form helping others, and helping the environment, that sort of thing. You're helping make this world a better place, right? That's the purpose. Okay, so definitely, if you haven't already been doing that, that is going to help create tremendous growth in your life, okay? So let's talk about money. So I'm definitely feeling that this path is leading you towards wealth. So you may have been struggling financially lately. And if you're not necessarily struggling, you're just making ends meet, or you're not making as much as you would like. But you definitely have cards that are speaking about maybe having a lack of financial security, or having a lack of finances. Okay. And the thing is, so I'm seeing the two sides, right? So transitioning from this, even with this card, the abundance card, on the one side, there's a gentleman, and it's like he's worried. He's worried about something. To me, sometimes I feel he's worried about money. That's what I'm feeling right now. And then on the other side is a girl who is collecting money. She's saving her money to buy a house. So that's two different things, right? I also feel that the gentleman, any money that he has, he kind of, it falls through his fingers, that sort of thing. So we have the two different sides, but then this is what they're showing me, the good side. So you have the blossoming abundance card, and you also have the sudden wealth card. And I love the sudden wealth card because it has 777 in the middle, and to me, sevens are all about following your path. If you see 777, you are on your life path, and that's how I interpret it. So when you are on this path, and as you're on this path, that's when the money is going to come in, and it can come in quicker than you anticipate, which is amazing, okay? Now, I also love, because you are coming up, it doesn't matter whom this is about, but you're coming up as man holding a coin in reverse. So again, maybe a lack of financial stability here, but you're also coming up as the wealthy man, and so it's like transitioning from this to this, okay? So we're moving out of it. It's like finally there's that light at the end of the tunnel, which is really funny because I see that on a few imagery, or a few cards in the imagery. Sorry. And there's the light at the end of the tunnel. Things are starting to happen. There's a change in the energy. Oh, and I'm feeling that there's changes, there's upgrades. So this change card can be about, in the imagery, somebody's packing, they're moving. So you could be moving into your parents' house. You could be buying your first house. You could be moving into an apartment, that sort of thing, moving into a better place, moving into your own place. It doesn't necessarily have to be about moving, but it's like moving up. There's the vehicle in the front. It could be about upgrading your vehicle, getting a new one, that sort of thing, or maybe buying your first vehicle. So where our lifestyle, it's like a lifestyle upgrade, and that's what I'm seeing in like all areas of your life, okay? So this is really, really exciting. Let me see if I have any other messages for this area. Okay. The only other thing that I'm going to say is I just feel that an important component of this transition, it's like something from your childhood. I feel that you may have worked through it and you carry it with you, but now you kind of carry it as like a badge of honor. Okay, they're gonna make me cry. Like they're making me feel the crying feels. So to me, that's sometimes my my confirmation. Like, yeah, you're wearing it as a badge of honor, and you're being more open about the struggles maybe that you have had, the things that you have gone through, and that's coming up on your life path. It could be coming up in your life purpose, and just being like, you know, this happened in my life and I've gotten through it. And that's been coming up in a lot of my readings too. It's just like really owning your journey. And I love that they said that, like a badge of honor. Okay, I went through this. Instead of being ashamed and trying to hide it, it's like I went through this and I went from here to here. And look at my life now. and using that as inspiration. They always show me when you go through something. So in my case, like I went through depression. When you go through something and you're open about it and you tell other people about your journey and you can show them how you've come through it and how far you've come, that's inspiration for other people to make them say, you know, I can do it. This person did it, I can do it, it's doable, right? So that's what they're kind of showing me with that. So I really love that part. But I really do feel you owning exactly who you are, and I think that's the best thing that anyone could ever do. Just owning exactly who you are, and that's where you are successful. That's where you are helping other people, and that's where this sudden wealth, this money comes in, okay? Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to talk about is relationships. So there's definitely, I'm feeling a little bit of a change in a relationship. I don't feel that you're with this person right now. Okay, so I'm feeling that this relationship is probably a past life relationship because they keep putting up the card that I relate to as being a past life relationship. So whether you're soulmates or twin flames, you have been together in many lifetimes, okay? And I feel that there's definitely been a split of some sort. And again, if you were twin flames, then that separation happens so that we can do our inner growth, which I feel that you have been doing. I feel that you're exhausted, like utterly exhausted of this journey, and it's just like, you may not even want to be a part of it anymore, or you might just be like, when is this finally going to happen? I feel that you have tried to walk away from it, but you guys are stuck together, you're connected, there's no walking away from this, okay? Okay, so we've been working on our wounds and healing our wounds. I'm going to briefly talk about the other person. So this isn't going to resonate with everyone, so please, 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 this is only information that you already know if this is for you, okay? I'm feeling that this person you may have thought that they were with someone else. They may have had 2 other partners since you're split. But what I'm seeing is this person feels the exact same as you do. They're tired of this, and it's like whatever you're feeling, they're feeling for each other, right? So these people, if this partner had karmic partners, they don't mean anything to them, okay? They love you. And I feel that you may not be seeing this, but this person has changed. So just remember that if you are growing and working on yourself, so are they. And it may not show in the physical world. So this is all about the inner and outer world, right? So just as in your life, you have felt stuck in the physical part, right? But you've been making a lot of growth on the inside. Don't make me cry, don't make me cry. Okay. You've been making all that growth, and now the energy is coming in for that to be reflected in your physical life. Same thing with this person. This person has been growing a lot on the inside, and sometimes we don't see that, right? We don't. I've had that experience with even a friend of mine who I haven't seen in a while, and I was talking to them, and they were talking to me as if I was the same person from like a year or 2 ago. And I was a little offended about it because they don't know how much growth, how much I have worked on myself. these past couple of years. And that's because it's not being reflected in my physical life, right? But in here, I know what I feel. I feel like a completely different person. You can't see the changes in this person. I'm seeing that you are not seeing them at all. But do you feel different inside? And it's showing me in the cards that you do, okay? So do they. So I'm seeing that if in your physical world things are starting to shift for you, as within, so without, you're starting to see the physical changes in your life starting in May. You may have already started to see them, but I'm definitely seeing, especially with May being the 5th month, to me, 5 is all about change. That's the energy coming in. So this is going to be happening in your relationship as well, okay? So you're going to start seeing the changes within this person. So don't give up on this relationship, don't give up on the person, but also maybe don't focus on them as much. Okay, don't focus on them as much, but this is what I'm going to tell you. You have the networker card. So to me, the networker card is all about communication with all the letters here. There's communication coming in from this person and you're not even seeing it. You're probably thinking, I'm never going to hear from this person again. But you know what? You are. And what they're showing me is this person is going to be showing you how much they have changed through their actions and through their words. They're going to be more vulnerable. So you have the second chakra card in reverse. So to me, that's like a fear of intimacy and being vulnerable. You guys have done the work, so now it's time to remove the mask, and I feel that's what you guys have been doing. And now when you come together and have a conversation, it can be more raw and vulnerable, and you can open up. Whew. You can open up to each other, and you won't be as afraid. You know, you might... when you first start talking, you might be a little afraid to open up more, but we're wearing this as a badge of honor, okay? This person loves you, and you love them, so allow yourself to be more vulnerable with them, and they will show it. I have a feeling that they're going to be the ones that are going to initiate this with the conversation. That they're definitely different, okay? So I am seeing, even though you have the broken heart card, I'm seeing that the heart is being mended. And I'm also seeing a clock. And to me, that means it's time. It's time to have this vulnerable conversation and be more authentic and just say, maybe talk about your experiences in your childhood and throughout your life, and understanding why things that this person does, why they trigger you. And when you have that awareness, then you guys can have a more vulnerable conversation, a more mature conversation, and just be like, whoa, I'm sorry, I was triggered because of this, okay? And sometimes if you're not being vulnerable, if you're not speaking, I don't want to say speaking your truth, but if you're not communicating why you're feeling a certain way, then they're not going to know. If they didn't know your experiences with past relationships, they're not going to know why they triggered you. Okay, so that's kind of what they're making me feel. Why did they trigger me? And just explaining to them, I'm sorry that I reacted this way, because when I was in this relationship or that sort of thing, or my parents made me feel this way, and you triggered that within me. But I acknowledge that it's something that I need to heal, and I feel that you've been working on that, so I'm not saying that you have to go and fix everything, but just having those conversations. And I feel that that's kind of going to be the conversations that you are going to be speaking about. So they may be saying, I'm sorry that I left, or I'm sorry that I did this because I realize now it was because this happened in my childhood and it made me feel this way. Okay, so there's just going to be more authenticity, more vulnerability and intimacy in the conversation and in this relationship. But I really feel that this is a big change for you, a very beautiful change. So just remember, if you're changing, so are they, okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to say is I kind of see you two in this imagery, and it's going to be way too small for you to see, but it's like these two flowers and they're apart from each other at a distance, but at the top it's glowing, absolutely glowing, and all of these butterflies are attracted to this light. And to me, when you finally work through those wounds and you become this beacon of light, when you're being your true authentic self, that's when the transformation comes in. So we have to work on the inner to experience the outer, right? And that's what's happening. So you two being a beacon of light, you can both find each other in the dark. Get it? That's what they keep making me do this. All right. I hope that makes sense. I feel that that's going to make sense to someone, but they're definitely showing me the light. So you're letting your light shine now. Okay, yeah, you're letting your light shine now, and that's attracting that person to you, okay? And they're doing the same. All right, Virgo, sorry I talked way too much for this, but I'm really, really excited for you in the month of May and moving forward. Congratulations on doing all the inner work. I know it's difficult. I've been working on it myself, but it really looks like it's paying off for you, and that gives me hope that it's paying off for me too, and more than just feeling great, but experiencing it in the physical as well. So I hope you have a wonderful month of May. Let me know if this resonates, and hopefully I'll see you next month. Thank you, Virgo. Bye.